Welcome back to another one of our game recaps, everyone. Today we're going to be looking over the game from September 11th, 2023. The Jets just beat the Bills 22-16 in overtime on a walk-off punt return. Really an incredible game here. Aaron Rodgers going down on the fourth play of the game. Just wild stuff, and they still ended up winning this game. Josh Allen led the way for the Bills, 29-41, 236, a touchdown and 3 picks. Not the best day from him whatsoever, but the Jets are a really good defense, so I wouldn't read into this too much. James Cook led the way for all rushers in a big way, 12 carries for 46 yards. Josh Allen was behind him. He had 36 on the ground. Latavius Murray had 2 carries for 8 yards. Deontay Hardy, the receiver, had a carry for 4. And Damien Harris only had 1 carry for 3. If you have Damien Harris on your team, it's not a bad idea to drop him. Stefon Diggs, incredible day for him. 10 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown on 13 targets. This is why I was drafting him at the end of the first round so consistently. It never really made sense to me why he wasn't picked higher because he doesn't have a whole lot of competition for targets either. Gabe Davis was behind him. He had 2 catches for only 32 yards. That's what I'm talking about. 102 compared to 32. Diggs is far and away the top receiver on this team. Dalton Kincaid had 4 catches for 26. This is why I was thinking he could be the number 2 receiver on this team, or at least who ends up finishing as second in receptions. I think Gabe Davis is going to have more yards and probably more touchdowns, but Dalton Kincaid could rack up some catches here as a chain mover. Dawson Knox, him and Dalton Kincaid's snap counts were about even. He had 3 catches for 25, but his skill set kind of lends more to being an all-around tight end more than Kincaid does. Kincaid is more of a pure receiver than Knox, so I'm expecting Kincaid to get more catches as the season goes on. James Cook also had 4 catches for 17 yards. Damien Harris had 2 for 16. Latavius had 1 for 9, and Deontay Hardy had 3 for 9 as well. So we learned that Diggs, nobody is even close to challenging him to be that number 1 receiver on the Bills. James Cook, far and away the number 1 running back on this team. And I wouldn't read into this too much with Josh Allen because the Jets have a really good defense. For the Jets, it was just wild stuff. Aaron Rodgers goes down the 4th play of the game after one of the more epic intros that you'll see. Zach Wilson had to carry the torch. All this build-up about Aaron Rodgers, and he might be out a while. Some people on, you got to take what the social media doctors say with a grain of salt, but at the same time, a lot of them have pretty serious credentials, and some of them were saying that this could be an Achilles. So hopefully it's not that. This team has such a good defense. Like, to be able to hold the Bills to 16 points, this is a good offense, and they made Josh Allen look really bad. 3 picks today. If they get Aaron Rodgers back, this could be a really good team, and we could see the full potential of Garrett Wilson also, but for the immediate future, it's going to be Zach Wilson. He was 14-21 for 140 yards, touchdown and a pick. It didn't look pretty at times, but they got the win. Breece Hall had 10 carries for 127 yards. He looks awesome. That could end up being a mid-round steal as we get further and further into the year and they get more comfortable with giving him a whole bunch of carries. So that looks like a really good pick right now. Dalvin Cook had 13 carries for 33 yards. That 2.5 average does not look so good compared to that 12.7, but Breece is still working back from that injury. Michael Carter also had a carry for 6 yards, and Zach Wilson chipped in 6 on the ground as well. Alan Lazard was the leading receiver. He had 2 catches for 46 yards. Garrett Wilson led the way in targets and catches. 5 catches, 34 yards, and a touchdown for him. He had an incredible touchdown catch where he reached over the defender on a goal line fade and tipped it back over to himself. It was just incredible stuff. So go watch that if you haven't already. 3 catches for 26 yards for Dalvin Cook, a catch for 20 for Breece Hall, 2 catches for 12 yards for Michael Carter, and 1 catch for 2 yards for Tyler Conklin. Breece Hall, I think, is the biggest takeaway here. He looked amazing, and he proved it on the stat sheet. Garrett Wilson didn't really show up as much on the stat sheet, even though he did get that touchdown. But he did lead the way in targets, and hopefully Aaron Rodgers gets back, and he really unlocks what Garrett Wilson can do because he looked incredible out there. But for now, I don't think that we can really trust any of these Jets receivers too much with Zach Wilson in there. Garrett Wilson is far and away the most talented receiver here, but with Zach Wilson, it's going to be kind of unpredictable what the target share looks like. So hopefully Aaron Rodgers comes back. Hoping the best for his recovery. And that'll do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow @WeAreDrafting on Instagram, and I will see you later.